Alright folks, tonight I've got a quick little video on the Single Action Army, the Heritage Single Action Army revolver. I had a few viewers on my hammer fire video that I did way back in early March of this year before COVID struck. When me and my dad were out shooting the AR-15s, the M1A, and this handgun here. I brought this handgun along. Gun Collector 007 commented on that video earlier today, and I had another viewer comment on it here. Like he commented earlier in the afternoon, and we've been kind of talking here. This video has nothing to do with the hammer, you know, the hammer fire video where you smack the hammer and kind of like shoot it semi-automatic. But another little video or a piece of advice here that I may give to those of you who own this revolver. Here, I'll bring the camera up and around. It seems, I don't know if this is the case with just my Heritage Single Action Army, but it always seems after I take it to the range and shoot it, these screws here in the frame back out and come loose. See, it's got two here behind the hammer, and it's got one here that holds the hammer. It's got one here for the trigger, and then it's got these two down here that hold it to the frame. Let's see, there might be one over here I'm maybe forgetting. Nope. But when I go to clean this guy, whenever I go to clean my Heritage here, after I clean him and get him all cleaned up, I always take these flathead screwdrivers. See, I got a small one here for the small screws, and I got one here for the one that holds the hammer to the frame, inside the frame, and I just tighten these screws up. I try to do it as gently as I can. I don't have my tripod with me. See, I already tightened that one up, so that one's back good. And get these two under the trigger guard here, and get up here where y'all can see, hopefully. About right there. I've got the camera kind of cockeyed from me, so the viewfinder's kind of dark. Oh yeah, that screw is loose. And then there's another one here. Two screws under the trigger guard. Let's see here. I think that screws right up and down. Yeah, that one was backing out. One up here on the frame right there. Tighten him back up. Yeah, that one was already tight. Some of them don't back out, like that one was still tight from the last time I tightened it, but these two under here came loose. Let's see. Let's tighten these up back here behind the cylinder, back here with the hammer. I don't want to strip them either, but I want to get them snug. See, I got that one. That one's as tight as he'll go, and then I'll do the screw for the hammer here. Do him here as well. Oh yeah, y'all saw right there it was loose. And tighten all the screws on the frame. Tighten them all back down. And I noticed too that when they come loose, I notice I can feel it with that hammer when it spins the cylinder, when that bolt spins the cylinder and that little claw in there rotates it. I can feel a big difference, like, because when it gets loose, this hammer isn't as fine. I'm sorry if I'm kind of stuttering. I've been out in the woods all day. I'm pretty tired. But when I pull this back, see, like, that's real affirmative. You can hear the clicks. They're like real solid. But when that dude comes loose, when all these screws come loose, it don't feel as solid. It's kind of sloppy, it doesn't have that same affirmative, like, you know, click sound. Hear that clicking? Like that. It feels it feels loose, and it doesn't feel like it's as strong a click, or as tight, I should be saying. So I don't know if that phenomenon is something particular to my revolver, because my single action Army Heritage Rough Rider 22 long rifle, I bought mine used, and that may have been something that the original owner had an issue with, and may have been why he got rid of it, sold it, and how I ended up with it. Real quick, there's one here. There's a screw up here for the plunger for the cylinder. So yeah, open the gate here, and that lets the plunger go through. But the casing for the plunger comes loose too. So I tightened it up, but forgot. Yeah, let me see which way yeah, okay, right there. There, tighten that up. Yep, so just be sure when you get him home, clean him up, retighten all the screws so they don't back out. I don't think it's meant to have the screws loose, because I can notice a big difference. Like when it's loose, this hammer doesn't feel as tight when it's pulled back. And as you can hear, the clicks are a lot more affirmative. Nice and loud. So that's one thing to keep in mind. I figured I'd do this little video just to let y'all know that is a thing. And again, I don't know, this may be just something that's you know, bizarre or common to mine, because I bought mine used. In fact, I was shooting mine a couple months ago, and the barrel came loose. The barrel unscrewed from the frame. So we took it and we blue Loctited the barrel to the frame, and it hasn't come loose since, and it's actually shot really good. I've took it over to the range and shot it a few times. I actually think it makes it shoot a lot tighter than it did when I first bought it. But the rest of the screws for the frame, they come loose after a range session. At least on mine it does. So that's just another thing to keep in mind with your Heritage Rough Rider single action Army 22 revolver. Well, anyway, guys, it's been Pliskin by 51mm. Deer season goes on. We're still deer hunting. I was out earlier today, made a little vlog. I uploaded that. That was my last video. I have the 7.65 Mauser. That's my rifle for this year. The 1909 Argentine Mauser. 7.65 Argentine or Belgium. Got an empty case of brass here. One of my favorite cartridges. One of my favorite centerfire cartridges. And I'll catch you guys all in the next video. We're setting up hunting camp here. We're going to be sitting watching the old hillside back over this way. Dad's taking the truck, pulling it around. Out of sight, out of mind. I had a viewer ask me if I was going to film this hunting season. Part of me was thinking, I don't think so. I was thinking that's kind of not going to worry about it this year, but I bring the camera along just in case something film worthy shows up. So the it's never zero on the are you gonna film a hunt. Most of the time it's just whether I can get to my camera or not before I have to take a shot on a deer. Here we need to get one put on my gun, like a GoPro or something. Might do that next year. I said I was going to do it this year, but you know, this year, who could have planned for this year? So that's how it is.